Hello there and welcome to another video from Martin's Circus Skills Workshops. Well, it's great to see that you've tuned in again. So obviously you're a fan of balloon modelling, magic or juggling. And today what I've got for you is a classic cartoon character. Yes, the one and only Pink Panther. Now, this is a Pink Panther that I made about just over a week ago. He's still looking in pretty good shape. Got that iconic pink curly tail. And this design really isn't that difficult to make. If you can do a flower petal twist and a pinch twist, you can make this design. So let's get on with it. Now, for this design, you will need three pink 260s. And you'll need a single white 160. You could, if you wanted to, use a couple of offcuts because you're going to use the white 260 for part of the head and part of the body. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to blow up the white 260 and leave about 6 fingers uninflated at the end. And to start with, I'm going to make the head of the Pink Panther. So here's one that I started making earlier on. So I'm going to focus on the head. Sort of the cheeks, the nose, the eyes, his ears. So it's this what we're going to concentrate on making first, and the neck. So I need about 5 fingers bubble, about that long, about 5 fingers hand width. And then I'm going to make another 5 finger bubble and twist it into the knot. And then I'm going to feed that through the hole there a couple of times. So it doesn't come undone. Then about a 3 finger bubble. Bigger than that, so about that size. Then I'm going to do another 3 finger bubble. So that's what you should have. I'm going to twist this into the base here where I've got the little bit of excess. I'm going to take my knot and I'm just going to wrap it around here a few times because I'm going to pop off the rest of the white 260. So we should have something that looks like that. I'm going to pop this off. And then I can just wrap the excess around here too. Now don't worry if it lays a little bit flat, we can fix that later on using a pinch twist here to sort of push the eyes up a little bit. I'm going to take my pink 260, or one of them. I'm going to inflate and leave about 4 fingers uninflated at the end. I'm going to start at the knotted end, so about a bubble that's about a hand width. It wants to be the same length as your 5 finger bubbles here. The knotted end into here. And then you're going to take this and twist it into here. So that's what you should have. See the head's taking shape. And what I'm going to do, about a 2 finger bubble, smallish 2 finger bubble, about that size. And I'm going to pinch twist that just behind the eyes. And you can see that kind of pushes the eyes above the front part of the Pink Panther's head. Now we're going to do the ears. So you want to do a couple of flower petals about 3 fingers deep. 3 fingers. So about that size. I'm going to do another one. Just do for his other ear, same size, 3 fingers deep. And there we go, we've got the Pink Panther's head done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a bubble about 4 fingers deep. So this is his neck. Now, this is optional. You could put your pinch twist when you're doing your body, as I'm going to show you in a moment. I want to put a couple of pinch twists in here. So again, sort of smallish 2 finger bubble. And I'm going to do another one. Want to be about the same size. So there we are, we've got our 2 pinch twists there. And you can see that this keeps the neck nice and straight. You can alter the position of these if you want later on. And now I'm going to pop this off. Doesn't matter if you let all the air out, just got a couple of pinch twists at the end, and you can just tie this round the pinch twists. So there we are, we've got the head of the Pink Panther. Now next what I'm going to do the body. So it's going to be this part of the Pink Panther, and I'll do his tail as well at the same time. Now I'm going to use my offcut, what I popped off, my white balloon, and also I'm going to use another one of my pink 260s. So I'm going to inflate this and have about 3 to 4 fingers uninflated at the end. Let a little bit of air out. Keep the balloon nice and soft. A bit of squeeze and stretch. Now I'm going to do about a 2 hands width bubble. And this is the body that we're doing for our Pink Panther. And then I'm just going to do, now what I'm going to do is do a couple of large 1 finger bubbles, pinch twist, that's one, do another one, and a pinch twist, that one's probably a bit too big, and I'm going to come up here and do another sort of 2 hand width bubble. I'm going to take the knotted end here and just tie it around here. Now I'm going to come back down. So you should have plenty left for his tail. So there we go. There's the body. I'm going to put my white offcut here, the front part of his body, but before we do that, I'm going to do his tail. And to get some shape, you can just sort of wrap it round your wrist or your hand, get some curls into it. It gives that a nice curly kind of, and it should be nice and long as well. That's important too. So there we go, we've got his tail. And you can always come back to this and give it a bit more of a curl if you want to. So I'm going to take my white offcut and I'm going to blow it up, and I want a 10 finger bubble out of this white offcut. And that looks about right. So I'm going to tie a knot here. give it a bit of a squeeze, and I'm going to put this in the front. For my Pink Panther, so I'm just going to just tie it in here. And I can just pinch off a really sort of small bubble. Wrap it round our pinch twist to secure it. And there we go. We have got the Pink Panther's body. Now I'm going to take my head and attach it to the body. Now I could do that. I'm going to attach the arms to the bottom here, and I'm going to attach the legs to, well, I've got my 2 pinch twists here. So I'm going to inflate this, leave about 4 or 5 fingers uninflated at the end. Stretch and squeeze. And I'm going to do the arms first of all. So I'm going to do about a 2 finger, quite a big 2 finger flower petal like that. Take the knot, just thread it through a couple of times to secure it. And now I'm going to do a 2 finger bubble and pinch twist that. And now I want to get this about the right length, so I can always pop off some excess here. So it leaves me enough room to do the hand. So I'm just going to take this and just squeeze it in here. We'll do the other arm. Needs to be about the same size. We're just going to do a pinch twist here. Got plenty of blooms to work with, so don't worry about that. And then again a 2 finger petal. Again, keep the arm a bit of shape, just work it. We're going to pop this off, and there we go. We've got the arms of our Pink Panther. Okay, I think one of his arms is a bit longer than the other. So I'm going to take this. Now you should have a little bit of excess here. If you haven't, get a bit of excess, tie it into the top so you can join his arms and his head to the rest of his body. So there we go. We've got the top of our Pink Panther. Now these are going to get all moved around. Don't do just what I've done. You can do that at the end and sort of get the arms where you want them. And the legs we're going to do in exactly the same way as we did the arms. So I'm going to do his legs now. You want to inflate your last Pink 260, leaving about 2 or 3 fingers at the end. I'm going to start with his feet. I'm making about 3 finger petal. I want to be a little bit bigger than his hands. So about that size. Take your knot, twist it through there a couple of times so it doesn't come undone. A biggish 1 finger bubble. I'm going to pinch twist that. I've got one of his feet. Now again, I want to be a little bit longer than his arms. So what are we looking at? We're looking at something about like that. Just give it a squeeze there so you know that's going to go, and then we're going to do twist it there, and do another 3-finger flower petal. And I'm going to just do a bit on the big side, so that doesn't matter. I'm going to pop this off. That should stay in place because it's got a pinch twist there. Going to get his legs, unlike his arms, sort of pretty even. And then you're just going to take his legs, you've twisted it there, and just twist it into these 2 pinch twists here. Give his legs a bit of shape. And there you go, you have your own cool Pink Panther. So for the artwork, keep it nice and simple. Get your Sharpie marker. Start with 2 eyes there, and then you're just going to do a little circle the bottom of each, like that. Eyebrows, and then we're going to do some whiskers, and then we'll just do some general dots. And there you go. You've got your one and only Pink Panther. Thank you again for taking the time for tuning in and watching this. And until next time, this is goodbye from Martin's Circus Skills Workshops. Da-da, 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 da-da.